All right, welcome to video number 8 in our series of building a vacuum tube guitar amplifier from design till plug it in and rock it out. It is a beautiful Sunday and I'm just sitting here relaxing, and I thought I would make a quick video of how I lay out my chassis, which is this bad boy. So minus the tubes, all these parts here are in my parts kit, and I'm going to post that as soon as I'm sure I got the right thing going on. As of right now, this is going to be our circuit board layout. Here's the 220 microfarad that I wanted to lay off to the side, and that gave us a lot more space here, and I'll show you in a bit why I wanted some extra free space. But we are missing a resistor, so I have to update the parts list. And I wanted to do everything off the parts list so that I knew exactly what you guys would be getting if you ordered it. I want to make sure we're doing the right thing. And so that's the basic layout. I hope you don't mind a little background noise. I got my kid playing some video games and my wife cross-stitching. All good, right? So let's talk about this. So this is the chassis, and it is very small. And I wanted to build an amplifier that is cost effective, and it's not going to be a huge pain. It's not going to take up a bunch of space. I didn't want something huge. I purposely want something small enough that it's not ridiculous, but large enough that we're not really fighting too much for space. So the first thing I want to talk about is this transformer here. I love Hammond transformers. These are made in Canada. They're heavy, they work very well. This is our power transformer. And what I like to do is I like to pick a side. And this is the side that all the AC is going to go on. The power transformer, the rectifier tube here is going to go on this side. And then you'll have the circuit breaker in here. And right here at the bottom, the AC power cord is going to come out. So this is going to be the AC side. And actually, I think a better way to do this might be to move that transformer there and put this power tube right in line with that. Now, you don't want tubes to be off to the side of transformers directly and close, because what will happen is, here, let me put it on this side so you see, there are magnetic waves of flux that come out these corners, and they can kind of damage your sound. And you don't want that. Just looking here, see if we can see PY500G. This is probably a early 70s tube, judging from the box, but I've never been one for date codes, but there's a way to figure out when your tubes were made. The next thing I want to show you is the power output. This is the audio output transformer, or the impedance matcher. And when we put this, typically people, you'd want to, well, let's save space, put it over here. Well, that's not good, because now the coils of these transformers are lined up and they would be considered coupled. What does that mean to you? That means your amplifier is going to have all kinds of weird noises, and it's not going to be fun. Unfun equals uncool, in my opinion. So how to resolve it? We just turn it this way. Boom. Answered. So I'm going to put this kind of far back in the corner here. And let's see where this goes. So the next tube in the lineup, I made this with a 3D printer so that I would be able to stand up, have tubes that stand up. There we go. is this tube. I don't know if you could tell. This is our 25 CU6 or 25 BQ6 GA. If I put this tube up to the front, in line with this tube, is going to be in this corner. I do not like that. So I'm going to set this tube all the way back here, closer to the audio output transformer. And that's going to be my setup for that, I think. That looks pretty good. And then of course we have I do not have a 12AX7. I have a 12AT7, which looks identical, a little different electronically. But I think I'm going to set this over here. So if I put this tube close to this input and put the input close to the tube, what I can do is, do you remember our grid stop resistor, the 68K? We don't have to put it on our circuit board. We can just go right from here to the tube by having that in close proximity. And we also want that to be the shortest line possible, because that's where our first input signal is going into, and it's very susceptible to noise. So I think this is a good setup for us. So I'm going to do that. And then what we got left are these. So these are the dial plates that I'm going to use for the potentiometers. So what I think I'll do is, if we just center these right here, you've got gain right here, master volume right here, and then these will hook up very nicely into the circuit board. And you still have plenty of distance for your AC. And let me show you one of these dials up close here real quick, so you can see what we're working with. That's what I'm talking about. Forget volume going to 11. These babies go to 100. It's just convenient. Matter of convenience. But so we'll have room to put those. Those will be kind of centered. And then when you look at this layout here, this actually goes upside down in the circuit down here. So we're going to have to find places in these in-between spaces here to mount the circuit board, and we'll put long screws that we can mount it to, so it'll be closer to the bottom. But we're going to want it closer to the bottom, back a ways from our potentiometer. And you'll see this circuit board's pretty simple. There's not a lot on here, so we've got plenty of spaces that we could pick to mount this to make it work with this setup. So I'm not too worried about that. I know I can make it work. But there's the layout, folks. If you have any questions, please let me know. I promise that parts list will be coming out soon. Next time you see me, I'll have everything mounted up and make sure it fits, and my holes drilled. What I'm probably going to do, I haven't decided yet, is I might polish this aluminum to give it that vintage, shiny, mirrored look. I might do that. And I've already got my cabinet partially built, and I have to select a speaker. And I got a couple options. So we'll go over some of that. But anyways, have a great day. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I hope this was informative for you. And then, when I'm done, I'm going to release all of my measurements, rough measurements, of where I mounted everything and what kind of hardware I used. All right, have a great day.